Hello, friends. My name is Maximus, and I'll be your dungeon master for the evening. I'd like to welcome you all to the 13th episode of Cantrips and Cantrips, where some of your favorite streamers play Dungeons and Dragons live on Friday nights. I'm joined by the amazing cast of Bunny Dreadful, Mac and Cheese Please, Virtual Spectre, and Moves Like Jagger from the GGN crew. I'm so excited to roll dice with you, even though you said I'm not ready. That was the first thing they heard, I'm pretty sure, VS.
Yeah, true. I don't think we're ever truly ready when that live button goes on.
My heart's always ready.
Really ever ready for anything?
Question of the ages,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm totally ready and prepared for this session. 100%.
I mean, you better be. You worked all day on it.
We're surrounded by boats.
I did not work all day on it. I spread it out over multiple days. Just a lot today. Also, I forgot to mention last time at the end of the session, but the party leveled up to level 5. Congratulations. Yay!
2 attacks, baby!
Yeah.
On
More
your,
spells, let's go.
on your
We did it.
milestone. Just in time, too. So, should have announced at the end. I think everyone just took the average, except I think Valken rolled and got pretty good. I think you rolled like a 6, right? Or 7?
Yeah,
It was good.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
yeah.
It was a good roll, or on the die anyway. Also, a quick reminder, if you can't always be here, we've got a YouTube video playlist as well as a podcast format for all of our episodes in nice little bite-sized chunks, if you can call an hour and a half bite-sized, but I guess compared to 3 and 4 it is. So you just search Casters and Cantrips on any podcast platform, or just go to my YouTube channel and you should see it there. And then, as always, CNC merch is available at interlinkdesigns.com/Casters and Cantrips. So if you want to support the show, that's one way you can do it. It'll help me with licensing music and amazing maps for the show. And we've gotten some feedback from the community, and we're also looking into other ways. If you don't want to just constantly buy like 5,000 mugs to help us out, so we'll be looking into some other ways. I mean, I like it. Anyway, I gotta get all like the sillies out of me. I gotta get serious. It's about to be serious time here.
Yeah, DM mode.
Yeah, hold on, I gotta get focused real quick. But with all that finished, we'll go ahead and settle in and prepare for tonight's episode of Casters and Cantrips. Our story last left off as the party headed south toward the port town at the mouth of the Emerlon River, with Ixius and Corin in tow. During their travels, they ran across Jillian, a halfling cartographer, and her dragonborn bodyguard, Churik. They learned that Jillian had been tasked by the Vantis Crown to map the entirety of the Tyrian region. Through conversation, they learned that Jillian seemed ill-prepared and pretty oblivious of the daunting task before them. Later that night, they arrived at their destination of Port Town. Ixius mentioned to the group that they needed to speak with their associate, Horrible, before they were able to join them. And the party agreed to meet Ixius later on at the local tavern. They stabled their horses and made their way to the Bilge Rat Tavern and Inn, where they met the owner of the establishment, a tiefling named Molo, and grabbed some drinks. A short time later, they ran into the lone kobold that they let live from the kobold camp, named Udu. They learned that Udu, the kobold, had joined one of the ship's crews as a new member. And a short time later, Molo announced that a drinking contest was about to begin in the Bilge Rat. The party decided to have some fun and partake after some heavy adventuring they've been doing for the past few weeks. After the contest, they met Ixius outside and followed them back to Horrible's shop, where Horrible led them into a subterranean safe room hidden beneath it. Ixius informed the group that Captain Dalius would be arriving in the morning to pick them up on the Goldraker, his sailing ship. The party was abruptly woken up early in the morning as Horrible threw open the trapdoor and told everyone that they needed to leave now. They had been found. The party left the shop and tried to calmly make their way through the port town towards the harbor, as to not draw any attention. Unfortunately, they were found by a grotesque creature in an alleyway with a single large eye. The shriek that emanated from this creature warned the others that they had found their quarry. The group were then confronted by a human only known as the Baron, also by an imposing warforged wielding a sword, and an elf woman named Nearly that Valken happened to recognize from his past. Seeing no way to fight through the confrontation, Ron picked up Ixius and Corin, and the group ran from the dozen or so bandits that arrived to chase them. After a chase through the city, as they were running from the bandits and the group that confronted them, the party was able to escape most of the pursuers and were able to dispatch them after a short battle. However, Ixius left Ron's grasp and ran back the way they came, saying they would hold them off, leaving Corin in the care of the group so that they could all escape. They made it to the Goldraker after the short battle and exited the harbor. And as the sun was rising, they saw an entire fleet of ships blockading the port that were flying the colors of Ramcrown. And that is where we will begin our story tonight.
Are those ships over there?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we are screwed.
But why would we be screwed? We didn't do anything wrong.
I mean, we just fought a whole bunch of people in town and ran like we were up to something, and then there were all sorts of like explosions and like, yeah.
But that doesn't mean we did it.
Well,
But we did do.
Oh.
we did
True.
some of it, and probably they will say we did all of it, and we are wanted by the government.
We're the good guys.
Yes, we
This
are
is how
very
the
good.
world works.
But in their eyes, they do not see us as good.
We should put little one somewhere safe below and prepare for the worst.
Delius, what's the plan?
Well, I did not expect this to happen. I would say that we may try our best to perhaps sneak by the group before we enter into any sort of conflict with the entirety of Ramcrown. It would not be a very wise idea.
Does the water have any like heading canals that we could go down and try to be secret?
Oh, unfortunately, not that I know of, since we are about to be in the open seas.
If we just go like really fast.
But then they'll
is-
think we're up to something.
Oh, I have an idea. Vin, can you make the whole ship invisible?
Oh, very good.
Let me check. Let me look. Let me think about it. No. No,
It
I
might look
can't.
weird
I
if
can
all
make
of a sudden.
us invisible. Wait a second. Anything that I'm wearing or carrying can become
I do
invisible.
not think you can carry a boat.
What if I just hold the boat really tight?
I don't
Ron would
think
love to see Vin try to carry Ron.
Darn it.
but this is good backup plan. If they board ship and they are looking for us, we can just all be invisible along with the little one, no?
Yeah, I can disguise myself as a crew.
Oh, you should do that regardless. Very, very smart.
Okay, and I snap my fingers and I just look like a crewman.
Gotcha. Okay. Very nice.
But I have like a little like blue streak in my hair. Like
Mhm.
that will be like my signifier that it's me.
Gotcha. Okay. I had some really great sound effects for you all, but of course in classic fashion that whenever we start the stream it doesn't work for y'all. The audience should be able to hear it, but
I mean, at least they'll have a good time.
it's okay. I tried.
I'll just make my own sound effects over here.
Mhm.
Oh, they can hear waves? Dang
Mhm.
it. I'm just gonna find my own. Waves ASMR.
I'm pretty sure they
There
have
we
like
go.
hour-long boat creaking sounds too.
Hour long.
Oh, there they are.
go.
Oh yeah, we hear him.
All right. We'll just hope that it holds.
Nice.
So Dalius kind of looks back to the kind of skeleton crew that he had pulled together for this voyage. And he goes, "Yo, come to me. What sort of flags are we carrying on this ship?" I'm not sure, sir. If we have merchant flags, please fly them now. Everyone else underneath, prepare what guns we have and make sure they are loaded and ready. Dalius looks to the group. Unfortunately, as I had mentioned before, we are on very short-staffed since we came here such short notice, but we shall do the best we can, yes? I may need your help for some basic things. When of you know your way around the ship?
Oh, no, not really. But, you know, I'm strong. You need something lifted or held or punched, you just say the word, and I will do it.
Very well. And the rest of you,
Yeah.
do you know your way around the ship?
Ron does not, but Ron can pull ropes or something.
Listen, I look like I know my way around a ship. That's all that matters.
If you show Ron what to do, Ron will do it.
All right. So, here's what we're going to do. I'm going to give you all sort of narrative and montage full fiat here. So what happens is we're going to fast forward a little bit in the narrative as you had been leading on a chase, unknown how many vessels at this point. We'll figure that out later. And just at the last moment before you're going to get caught, Dalius turns hard to port on the ship, turning their ship perpendicular to the one chasing it and preparing to fire. I would like you all to tell me between now and whenever Dalius throws the wheel to prepare to engage, what do you do to help prepare?
Do you mean like what spell would be cast, or like
You could do anything you want on the ship. You've got full narrative
boat-wise?
control. Boat-wise, spell-wise, you could do anything you'd like.
Ron blows really hard as he can into the sails. No.
It is up to you.
If someone showed Ron how to use the rigging to like maybe change direction of the sail on the hard turn, that's what Ron would do.
Sure. Okay. What kind of skill would you use for that? Do you think?
Athletics?
Sure. Go ahead and make me an athletics check, then we'll see how well it is, or how well you do.
First roll of the night,
And
baby.
since the crew would be helping you, you would give some advantage on that. So
Ooh. Excellent. That would be we're at +7 now, so 25.
definitely good. Succeeds. All right. Anyone else? What do you do to prepare?
are there cannons on the ship?
There are. So this ship while it does have 2 cannons, one on either side, they're only able to operate maybe one at once with the skeleton crew unless you were all able to help.
Okay. I would load the cannons and
Okay.
make sure they're pointed in the right direction.
Gotcha. Yep. So you could do that with one for sure. Make sure it's loaded. The crew would probably take care of the other one. There's some other things that you all could do if you'd like to. Helping with the sails, the rigging. Since you have only 2 cannons, you could move it to one side, both of them to one side to kind of concentrate your firepower. Try and inspire the crew. Lots of things at your disposal.
Since I'm pretty athletic, I think I'd probably try and scale up to like maybe the crow's nest and use my pretty decent perception to shout out any changes in the ships that are
Very nice.
out ahead of us.
Okay. Go ahead and make a perception roll for me.
Okay. Well, 9.
A 9.
Damn it.
Okay.
Damn it.
So you're on the open ocean and you're trying to kind of gauge the movements of what the other captain is going to do. Unfortunately, you're not able to. It's a very good captain on the other side of whatever ships are chasing you currently, and you're not able to pick up their movements and kind of relay orders fast enough to make any discernible difference.
Gotcha.
All right, Bryn and Vin.
So I have a proficiency with my horn, musical instrument. It is a Viking horn.
Sure.
So it's good for signaling mostly, or, filling your veins with the blood of battle.
Okay.
But I think what I'm going to do is I'm basically going to use it since it's a skeleton crew. Communication is going to be key. So I'm going to act as Dilius's sort of like horn tooting person, and I'm going to use that to communicate with people like below deck and way up in the crow's nest by like, when you hear the horn, it means this.
Gotcha. Okay. What skill would you choose for that?
Acrobatics, obviously.
I don't know if acrobatics would work with blowing
Okay.
a horn, but
Well, I would like to say not performance, because it's not really about that. It's more about timing, I think.
sure.
So maybe like a sleight of hand or something, or like a perception, because I have to perceive the right exact thing.
Yeah, I think perception makes sense.
Okay, so I'm gonna just do a perception, but I can use my proficiency bonus because I'm proficient with my horn.
Yeah, you certainly can.
Okay.
So it would essentially be wisdom with your proficiency bonus.
Oh, is it straight wisdom or perception? Because I'm proficient in perception. Oh, you're right. So it would just be 10.
A 10. 10 is good enough.
Ron understood it. Like, no one else really needed to.
Yeah, you're
Fine.
you're not quite used to signaling in this direction, so the first couple ones may be a little muddied on what the orders are you're relaying, but after the first couple, you blow into the horn and everyone's kind of gotten used to, okay, this means raise the sails, this means load the cannons, do this, do that, and then you kind of pick it up then, so definitely a success.
I have to, like, punch a few sailors, like, no, I meant the other one. Okay.
Yeah. And Vin, what do you do?
So the cannon thing wasn't my thing.
You're
Yeah,
right,
she
you
already
did load the
hers.
cannon. So that definitely
If I
is
could do
gonna...
something other than load the cannon, because I was thinking about the sails, but if I guess I don't really know. What do you think?
A cannon, loading
Like,
the
as
cannon
far
is
as
definitely going to be
Do I
helpful.
get another, or is the cannon my thing?
If you'd like to stick with the cannon, because I have a short-term memory apparently tonight, that does count as a success for this, for sure.
Okay.
You're helping out the crew. It's easy enough to do, so you can be good there.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Gotcha. Okay. And the crew, while they are working, kind of skeleton crew, working the sails, a couple of them down below decks, as you're loading one of the cannons, Vin, they move the other one to one of the other portholes on the side to try and match firepower here. So, luckily, with how this went, what happens is as you're kind of sailing, they raise the merchant flag, as Dalius had told them. You start to kind of creep past this just imposing armada, fleet of ships. As far as you know, it might be every ship that Ram Crown owns are in the water here. Dozens and dozens and dozens. Dalius continues veering to the right out of the harbor, just maintaining starboard from the rest of the ships. When you get past the first couple picket ships that are kind of sailing ahead, and they recognize the flag and they let you pass. You continue going. You notice some larger sailing ships, some warships. You see a large ship in the middle, probably with more cannons than you've seen in your entire life, in multiple rows. But you sail past it, and you continue your way slowly past the fleet, and you are maintaining a steady pace with the wind. And just when you thought that you had made it,
Oh, jeez.
one ship breaks away.
No.
So, one ship breaks away, luckily, since you did succeed on this little readiness check here. One ship follows you. It is a warship, armed to the teeth, with what looks like a full crew, kind of
course it
coming after you. And as you kind of sail, Dalius looks to you all and says, "All right, we're going to go full speed ahead here. We'll see if they can keep up. I think they're the only ones that are going to be chasing us." So, a full sail, you all start sailing away from the harbor. Unfortunately, with your skeleton crew, you're not able to reach the top speed that the ship is able to do. And just at the last second, whenever this warship is gaining, Dalius turns the ship hard to port, kind of almost jostling everyone on the crew. Those of you without any sea legs kind of get jostled to the right. And he turns and prepares to fire on this warship. So what I would like you all to do is to roll initiative, since you are going to be in a
boy.
ship battle.
Oh, 6.
7.
12.
8.
12,
We're doing great. We're doing great, guys.
8, 7, 6.
High rolls tonight.
So 12 was Vin, 8 was
Me,
Bryn,
Bryn.
7 was Valken,
Oh, the 6 was Ron.
6
Oh,
was
look at
Ryan.
that. 6, 7, 8.
Go team. Wait.
This is fine. Wait, question. We're definitely battling this ship. There's no talking our way out of this.
For right now anyway. And this
Okay.
particular scene, kind of based on how the skills and what you decided to do to prepare went, you did fail once, so you didn't happen to sail away scot-free. But you do have this ship by surprise, and which is going to mean that your ship is going to fire both cannons, since they are loaded, into this ship before it gets to act. So because you helped load, that's going to make sure that both of them are ready to go. So let's see. The ship turns hard to port as Dalius commands the crew to fire. Bryn blows the horn, the signal to fire, as they can hear it down below. And your ship is going to attack. Pretty decent. Got a 16 and a 19 on your cannons here. So, who would like to roll damage? I'll let you, one of you each roll per cannon.
Ron wants to roll.
All right, who wants to roll the other? Vin, since you helped,
Sure.
I need you
What are we
both to
rolling?
roll 8d10.
Wowee.
8d10.
8d10.
Okay.
Oh, it's getting real.
All
I
right.
have that many
I have
dice.
2.
I mean, if I had my other bag, I would have like a billion.
Yeah, I don't have my other dice out, so I have 2 to play with. All right.
I can type for you if
Roll?
you want to roll.
Yeah, okay, so the first roll is 7.
Hmm?
The second roll is 11. That's 4. The third roll is
40.
a 2 and a 4, 6. No, I lost math. I get
You
one more?
said 7, 11, 2, and 4? But I think you were adding, so I'm not sure.
Yeah, I was adding. I think I get one more, right? Because that's 2, 4, 6.
Yeah.
7, 8. Yeah, okay. Last one is a 9 and a 9. Nice. So 18. I don't know math.
Okay, y'all let me know the total and I will apply that.
And then Ron, what are your rolls?
I rolled a 40.
So we have a
Nice.
40 and what? A 42? I
Nice.
can't math. I'm
40
so
and
sorry, I don't know
42,
why
so
I'm fucking
82
help.
damage.
Zeus says 42, so
I trust him.
I trust him.
Gotcha.
That's a lot of damage. I feel good about that. I don't know how much damage ships have,
Okay.
but I feel good.
Give me one moment here to tabulate this because I'm gonna have to do a lot of accounting here for the moment, but that's okay because I like boats and this is gonna be fun.
Me too.
Let's see.
I'll pay better attention to the next one so I can do our math.
That's okay.
It's Friday, y'all. So my brain is.
That's
Fun
okay.
mode.
So
God, I've been scared of this all week.
scared. Why is that?
No, it's
Oh,
just
I don't
one. It's
know.
just one ship now. It's not a whole blockade.
We're just all on a ship that floats in the water with nowhere to run, nowhere to hide.
So as Delius cuts the ship hard to port, Vin down there helping them load both cannons rock back a good 10 feet from the portholes as the crews kind of help them push back into the windows, doing a solid 82 damage to the warship. And from what you can see, the damage just basically hits directly into the hull of the ship, and you see just wood splintering and flying into the ocean. So some damage has been done to the hull, but it keeps following you. Okay, so we'll go in an initiative order here. So you all can make any kind of actions. You can do whatever you'd like. You can load cannons. You can take any actions, cast spells, anything of the sort. And then Delius may have some actions that he could use to help the rest of the ship. But it's going to be up to you all what you'd like to do to try and keep this ship from chasing you down and sinking you. So, up first is going to be Vin.
And you said that we can do something to like for us to go faster, or oh wait, no, we went diagonal. Never mind. Okay, you know what? We're just gonna do it. So I look at the group and I smile and I say,
Oh no.
I've learned something new.
Oh no.
And I would like to use my what is it? The thing that allows me to do the thing and get Tides of Chaos
Okay.
Oh, here we
to
go.
gain advantage on Fireball, please.
Oh boy.
Or do I not need to do
You don't
that?
need
Is
to
it
do that
not a
for
ranged
Fireball.
spell? Actually, it's not. Yeah, each creature in the 20-foot
Mhm.
sphere. Okay, yeah, I don't even need to do it. Woo, woo, woo. Okay,
I'm scared.
Okay.
so 8d6.
There we go.
And half as much on a failed.
What level are you casting in the set? I guess the only level you can, right?
Third, yeah. Or normal level. 3 level.
Yeah. Go ahead, give me 8d6 fire damage.
Okay. I got a calculator out. So
That's
we
probably a
have
good call.
7 plus. What is that? 1, so 4. plus that was 4, 5, 6. So this is 6. And this is 5. That's 5. So let me just make sure that was 4. I have 2 dice. Is that 8d6? I think I don't math. I think I did it.
I got 22 so far.
Yeah, I have 22, but I rolled 2 dice. Is that 8?
I think I heard 6, if I recall.
It's 6? Okay, I'll do it one more time. I don't know. 4, 5. So plus 5. So
27.
27.
Total's 27.
Yes.
Gotcha. This is the first time that you've cast this spell.
Mm-hmm.
And what I'm going to have you do, is there anyone in particular that you're aiming your fireball on the ship? There are a couple places that you can try and hit if you'd like, and then depending on where it is, maybe some different rolls or something that I may have you do. Since
Sure.
it's going to
Can
hit
you
the ship.
describe the different places? I'm unfamiliar IRL with ships.
Yeah, absolutely. So this is a warship. There is kind of the forecastle and the quarterdeck. There are, of course, your mast and your sails on the main deck, the lower deck. This one's equipped to where it could use oars if it happens to be disabled. And there are rows of cannons on the side and then the hull as well. So you could aim at anything, the weapons, their sails, the oars, the helm, or the hull in general.
Let's aim at their weapons. Because if our cannonballs did 40, like, woo.
Got you. What I think that I'll do in this case, I'm just gonna kind of go from the cuff here, where just make me either an Arcana check, and then based on that, we'll see if you can aim at those, because the ship is facing you straight on, so maybe a little difficult to aim where you're trying to hit, but we'll see depending on the roll.
Sure. All right. So it's a nat 20 plus 5. Because
Gotcha.
I have a plus 5 Arcana.
Gotcha. Yeah.
That's awesome.
So you do 27 damage to some of their cannons. So what does it look like when you cast Fireball? This is the first time that you've done it, right?
Yeah. Okay, let's do like a tealy blue flame. So it's
Okay.
like mega hot. With like kind of like a white center.
Gotcha. And you just hurl this almost directly in line with the water as it starts to veer off to one side, and then it just explodes into the ship. Looking at the kind of the first 2 cannons that it has, and it's just explosion of splinters and things. And with 27 damage, you have damaged some of the cannons. They're not completely taken out, but they are definitely hurting.
Sure, they might not aim straight. Okay, cool. Yeah, that's I think that's my first 20 of the game, I think.
Very
I don't know, I
nice.
don't remember.
Really?
It's been 13 sessions, so I don't remember. But
That's a good one if it is.
I feel like it is. I don't roll 20s often, so I don't remember, but
Gotcha. Okay. Very nice. Bryn, what will you be doing? The ship has just entered the range about 150 feet away where she had launched her fireball into it. There are many things, if you don't have anything from your own repertoire that you could do.
Well, how far is the other ship?
150 feet.
Okay, then no, there isn't much in my repertoire.
So keep in mind, in order for a cannon to fire, it has to be loaded and aimed and fired.
Okay.
So currently, the crew is able to handle 1 cannon on their own.
Okay. Oh, okay. So we could actually be doing multiple. Look, I can do all 3 of those things myself, probably, because I'm like really good and really strong.
No,
So
unfortunately, yeah.
no. Oh. Ron, do you want to help me fire cannons? Maybe we can between us we can do another cannon.
Sure, up to you, whatever you want to do. So if you were going down there first,
Yeah.
you would find the cannons kind of pushed back One of the gun crews is kind of loading the powder, kind of putting the ball in, and then packing it in as they're preparing to fire again. And you go in and you are able to
Can
kind
we,
of grab. Mhm.
kind of assembly line this a little bit better? Like, if they have somebody that knows how to load it, I want him to load both cannons, but we can assist with the manual labor parts to free them up to do that.
So, with kind of the
Or they're
crew
not
that they
close
have
enough.
available, since it takes an action to load, an action to aim, and an action to fire. So
Mm-hmm.
you're saying to pull one of them to do. So you kind of have a little bit of an
They have
action
3
economy
people.
problem.
Okay. Well, I can load.
So yeah, so there's 4 of you. There are 3 crews, or 3 kind of powder monkeys underneath packing the cannons. There's Dalius up top who is steering, and then there are also 3 more up top working the rigging, trying to get the sails to go. So you have about 10 or 11 people total.
I'm gonna load.
Okay. You take your action and you load the powder in. Valken,
Yeah.
what do you do?
Not much I can do from my skills. I think I should probably help out with the cannons. See if we can increase our rate of fire some if I'm helping out too. So I'll probably follow Bryn to the gun deck, and then
Okay. You see her down there loading kind of the powder, trying to get this
Right.
cannon ready to go and putting the cannonball in. The next action take would be to aim it.
yeah, I can help them aim.
Gotcha. So you kind of
Sure.
look and kind of eyeball where this cannon is going to be firing as the ship is kind of rapidly approaching. Ron, what do you do?
After hearing Bryn ask for assistance, Ron will head down to also assist with the cannon.
Gotcha.
And as a bonus action, Ron is going to cast magic weapon on the cannon to make it magical.
Very nice.
Ooh,
Ooh.
like that.
Very
That's
nice.
cool.
Let's see here. Okay. And you said you were going to ultimately fire, right? I'm just looking at magic weapon just to
Yep.
make sure it doesn't affect anything. Nice. +1. Okay, cool. So, you're loading and then getting the cannon ready to go, and then you hear Dalius up top, and he just yells, "Take aim!" So, on one of the cannons, what is going to happen is you are going to have, let's see, advantage on its next attack roll.
Ooh.
Good. Okay, that's really good.
Yep. And with the next action, he is going to fire and try and move out of their way. So, all right, this ship's turn. Whoever wants to roll for the damage of the cannons, there are 2 cannons, so 2 of you can roll the hit and or the damage if you'd like. Up to you.
I rolled last time, so Valkan or Bryn wants to roll.
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
I rolled last time. So you guys can roll.
Okay.
All right.
What am I rolling again?
Yeah, so roll your d20, and then I'll let you know if your cannon hits or not.
12?
And that's going to have a +6.
Was that advantage?
18.
Oh yeah, is that with advantage or are we?
Whichever cannon you want to have advantage. So the one that Ron did, yeah, so that would be an advantage, so you can go ahead and roll again. And you have a +7.
12. 12 plus 7.
So 19, that is going to hit. Anywhere in particular that you were aiming at, Valken?
I think
Should have asked you before, but it's okay.
I think probably just want to hit it somewhere near the water line.
Gotcha. Okay.
on the main hull.
Yeah. And then who's gonna roll for the other cannon?
Valkian's rolling for the other one,
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
What's your roll?
The crew cannon.
What's my
Just roll a d20 and I'll let you know.
right? I rolled a 9 on the dice.
A 9 on the dice, and that's a +6 right now, so a 15. And yeah, just hits the hull.
Okay.
So during this action, you hear the captain give the signal to fire, and you both kind of light the fuse on it. Both cannons go off almost simultaneously, kind of rearing back as the crew's pushing them back forward. And they both strike into the hull. So those of you that roll the damage, go ahead or that rolled the attack, go ahead and roll your damage. A nice 8d10 for each of you.
That's so much damage.
It is.
I don't think I've used the D10.
It's the spaceship guy with singular numbers.
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha. Okay, I think I got it.
I've never heard that description before.
But it's perfect. It's exactly perfect.
Yeah, the spaceship
the
guy.
spaceship.
How many times?
8d10.
While they're rolling, I have a question that is kind of getting talked about in
50.
chat.
Sure.
Did my fireball hitting the cannons with, I'm sure it's gunpowder,
Mm-hmm.
have any sort of effect? Like, does fire in this world and gunpowder affect each other, or are they independent from each other?
Yep. You know, I agree that wouldn't be something that you could specifically target. So I think that to avoid retconning a whole bunch of stuff, that is definitely a possibility. And I'm
Okay.
just essentially rolling like a percentage die, just see if it happens or not.
Sure. Okay.
Okay, what were the damages?
50.
50. Very nice.
Nice. Those are good. I got 39.
Rolled stupid well on a couple of those. Couple
Yeah.
of tens.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Okay, so you are just peppering this ship, and it hits again. The ship's coming straight towards you still, and then you see more wood and just the cannonballs hitting right at the water line, just kind of wood going everywhere. It's a very strong ship, so you can see definitely where the cannons hit, but it doesn't appear to be taking on any water or anything yet. But two very good, very solid hit on that. So onto the warship.
Oh boy.
This is fine.
We'll be fine. You can all swim, right?
I have a fancy ring.
Ron's gonna sink like an
Right.
anchor.
Maybe we should have given Ron the ring now that I'm thinking about it. Shit, actually, we should probably give Ron the ring.
He has to
Then his
attune to
armor
it,
won't
does he?
drag him down. Yeah, we can't right now, but next time.
So you can hear kind of in the distance like a horn, not so dissimilar to Bryn's, just and you can
Hey.
see kind of,
This is my trick.
yeah, you see their sails kind of just unfurl and they've just completely caught the wind. And it appears right now that they're just going to head directly for you. And just this
Oh, boy.
big kind of beefy ship just starts barreling in your direction. And they are going to move quite a bit.
This is a good thing.
Yeah, so they go forward about 80 feet, almost closing the gap with your ship, and then they turn hard to port. Actually, no. They're fully stocked, so they're gonna keep coming. So they move that 80 feet, and the crew expects, the captain yells, brace, and are ready for, it to turn and fire the cannons, but it doesn't. It keeps moving forward. And the ship is heading directly towards your broadside. And the ship, with their third action, they are going to, let's see. Yep, they're gonna ram your ship.
Rude.
And you hear
Nice.
another horn sound, a little different, like, and you see this ship barreling towards you, and it has a very large ram on the front of it.
Can I impose disadvantage?
Not on this, you can't, unfortunately.
Just wanted
So,
to check.
and when I say a ram on the front, it's literally the head of a ram carved out of the wood as kind of their front set piece
Wait.
of their ship. And they barrel into the Gold Raker.
Sorry, Breaker.
Let's
Everybody
see.
hold on to something.
Okay.
Everyone hold on to your butts.
Hold on to your butts.
Okay, so the Gold Raker, it missed its save for the ram.
What does that mean for us?
Damage.
Let's see. Sorry, I missed this dexterity check, and then they're gonna roll, and they have advantage on that because they have a ram. Okay, so basically, you're bracing, ready for the cannon fire, and you see the ship just keep coming, and Dalius is just yelling, "Raise sails! Raise sails! Raise sails!" And then this ship just collides. You hear wood crunching and buckling as the ship just kind of narrowly, instead of the middle as they were trying to move out of the way, hits just the back end of your ship, kind of almost spinning you around into the water. And I'm going to roll some damage on this.
Oh boy.
And I need a calculator.
Looks good.
Oh no! Oh
boy.
no!
This is fine.
Okay, so
God.
the hull of the Gold Raker, and you can hear wood snapping, glass breaking in the captain's quarters. Just it's just cacophony of just two gargantuan wooden vessels slamming into each other, and it takes 75 damage. And as your ship is getting spun around and kind of sent adrift, it is going to use its third action to fire cannons at you.
Oh, 3 actions? Holy moly!
Did you already use your third action?
First
Yeah, I
one
thought
was
you
full
did.
speed ahead with the sails. Second one
You
was
used your third.
movement, and then they have a third left.
Oh, I
You
thought
said you used your third.
Yeah. You may have misspoke, but I remember hearing, and for
did-
its
yeah,
third action.
So what I'll
Yeah.
say is I think that they move in position to fire for next round because I'm not sure the exact positioning of how it would ram into you. So we'll say that they're gonna use their next action to kind of get themselves
Sorry.
into position.
We're not trying to give you a
No,
hard
it's
time,
difficult.
but-
We don't have minis and stuff in front of us, and there's no way this would work easily on a grid. So we're going as we go. But
Yeah, that's true.
damage, and you're right in the crosshairs of this warship. Then as you stare towards the broadside, you just see cannons rode across the side of it. Okay, up to Vin.
Okay. How far are they from us?
About as close as you can get without touching.
Sure. Okay, so I'm going to do a firebolt at their hold on, let me read this real quick.
And I will say at this point you're close enough. You can see people on the deck too, so you can aim at people or the ship or anything you'd like. The sails, the crew, whatever you'd like.
Ooh, sails.
Well, originally my original plan was to hit their sails, but since they're right next to us, like I feel like that was
Yep.
kind of pointless.
You know,
so
there's someone at the helm. There's a helmsman. There's the captain. There's all kinds of people that you can kind of make out. So
what's a helms?
the
I don't know
person
what
that's
helm
steering the
means.
wheel.
Gotcha.
We don't know. The ship is just a ram crown ship, so we don't know like these individual people per se, right?
No.
Yeah. Right, I'll
played enough.
Shit. It's okay, Vin. Follow your heart. Do what it tells you to. Oh, sorry. Valkan was talking, but I can't hear him. I don't think.
Spectre. Okay. was gonna say I played enough Sea of Thieves to know you just need to jump over and hit their anchor.
Okay, get on it. Get on it. That's all you, bud.
You could try.
Okay, so I'm going to we're close enough to where I'm sure I see like gunpowder or something that goes kaboom.
Yeah.
So I would like to cast Firebolt at
for
it,
it.
and at 5th level I get 2d10s.
Yep. So roll your attack. So you're going to be
Tides of Chaos for my attack, please.
okay. So what I'll say is basically you see gun port. So you'd be aiming at the cannons, and then with that, there's a chance to ignite gunpowder.
Okay.
So let me Tides of Chaos.
So hold on, what's my spell cover? Okay, so 19 plus 7 is 26, 25.
Yeah,
27?
26. 19 plus 7. Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, you definitely hit the cannon. So go ahead and roll your damage.
Okay, so here's 2d10s. Come on, baby. A 4 and a 9, so that's 13?
13.
9, 10, 11, 12, 13, yeah.
Gotcha. Okay. So looking at these cannons, and you fire, trying to ignite powder, disable a cannon. What was your total damage again? Sorry.
9 plus 4 is 9, 10, 11, 12, 13.
13. Okay.
And if there's like any humans near, I guess, like the cannons, like would they get injured too from the...
Not from a firebolt, they wouldn't, but if it ignites, then they would.
Sure. Yeah, hopefully it ignites.
Let's see. Okay. So you launch your firebolts. Powder does not ignite.
Darn it.
And you kind of see, based on the spell that you had cast, that when you throw the firebolt there, you know, you hit the cannon and you're doing damage. You see part of it starting to kind of like crack and maybe melt a little bit. It's looking damaged, but still serviceable. And as you're observing as you launch this firebolt into the side of their ship, that depending on like the area that might be, maybe a higher chance to ignite.
What does that mean? Wait, depending on the area?
Yeah, so depending on like the damage potentially, or like the total damage that you do with your spell, which was what I should have said, you may have a higher chance to ignite some powder.
Okay, gotcha.
Kind of simulating is how much fire is created around the cannon, if that makes sense.
Sure.
Okay, so yeah, you definitely did some damage to the cannon to try and disable it. Bryn.
Okay, so I'm down with the cannons, but we're like right on them, so I'm not sure about firing because they're like right on us, right?
So you look out the gun port and you see a gun port, just a few feet away from you.
I want to climb out of our gun port and leap over to their gun port and climb inside.
Okay, so what I will have you do, is you will make an. I'll let you choose on this. So you're trying to get over to it.
Acrobatics, please.
What's that?
Acrobatics, please.
So, the ships are about maybe 10 to 15 feet apart. So you could jump out of there and try and grab onto this ship.
Yeah.
But it's going to take athletics. This is not an acrobatics type situation. You're trying to jump and then hold on to the side of the ship. I will have you know that if you do not get this jump, you are going to be in the ocean. Forewarning before you make some rolls, so it's up to you.
Can I tie a rope off before I do it? Like just grab a rope that's
I will
tied
let
to
you do a
something
free item
inside?
interact, and you can go ahead and tie a rope. Easy enough.
Okay. I'll just be like, run, holding my rope. And then I'm gonna run and jump.
Okay.
Ah, shit. 9?
9 is not enough. So you tell Ron to hold your rope, and you kind of back up in the hold. and you run and you kind of dive head first to make it through the gun port, and you jump out, and then you see their ship, and it's at your fingertips, and your fingers sort of brush against the wood, and you're trying to scramble to grab gun port or rigging or something, and then you slide off the side of it, and you are in the ocean.
Fine. It's my turn.
Okay. And
Not go
Valken.
like I thought it would.
Well, okay. Falcon's definitely not a sailor, but I think seeing us side by side with a ship that has more cannon probably lead him to the conclusion that maybe he should help out with sails or something to make sure we, like, I don't know, move away from their cannons. Seems like a good idea. So I just shout to Delius, look, that's a lot of guns. We're really close. Doesn't look good. Let's move out of here. And so I don't know, I help with rigging or whatever,
Gotcha.
or
Yeah.
with sails.
Okay, that sounds good. And you go up top and you start helping them with rigging and trying to maneuver the sails to kind of help them keep the wind while they're maneuvering in combat. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we don't want a full broadside from that thing.
Ron.
Would I have had opportunity to maybe react, like to reflex save to grab the rope? And
Yeah,
hopefully-
absolutely. I'm assuming that she
Okay.
said,
Like,
"Hold my rope," and she gave it to
hold
you.
me over
so,
there?
Okay, got it.
Yeah, you're good. You're good
Then
there.
I will, with all Ron's might, will pull the rope in.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, you definitely you pull this rope in, and she made it a decent distance. So you're kind of putting your feet up against the gun port, trying to resist both the speed of the ship and the wake of the ocean, and just the resistance itself. And you finally get her in, as you're kind of pulling with all your might, and then you grab her and just kind of fall on the deck with her. So she's
Great.
safe for now.
Please don't do that again.
Oh, okay, Ron, I'm sorry. It would have been really cool though.
Okay. So the Gold Raker, you're about side to side, so they're gonna fire their cannon that they were able to get loaded, and it hits. And I will roll this one really quickly. All right, decent shot. As the crew kind of shoots into the hole, kind of the only target they can get to, and they fire that cannonball and it breaks into the hole. And you see kind of a hole formed, kind of where the cannons are at, doing 44 damage to their hull. All right. Very nice. And then he's going to use some movement here. And Delius kind of yells, "Get us out of here, full speed ahead!" And he uses the sails to kind of create some distance between your ships so you don't get rammed again. Okay. And the warship, they are going to use their action to shoot you with your cannons.
Roll poorly, roll poorly.
They rolled an 11 or 12, but it's enough to hit the sails with the bonus. Let's see here.
Where's this bonus coming from?
The cannon itself.
Yeah, for a second there, I was like, "Can we trade captains?" Just kidding, Delius. Just kidding.
Wow.
Just kidding.
Okay,
Hey,
so
we're so close, there's no way they miss.
you kind of see the cannons, a couple of them raise up higher, and then is some of what you've been doing, and you see not really cannonballs, but sort of chain shot come out, and you see them kind of strike the mast and tearing sails, kind of ripping rigging down, and one of the masts of your ship just completely falls.
Great.
So one of the sails is down, and it's definitely damaged. It may take a while to repair that. So your sails are definitely hurting. Okay, and then back up top, Vin.
So I have a question. I
Sure.
think we did something incorrectly last round because I said I was going to use Tides of Chaos, but I didn't roll twice. I just rolled the once since it was a 24.
Yeah, you can just go ahead and
so-
roll another d20 and see if you crit on it, real quick.
Well, I was going to ask if I could just use Tides of Chaos this round. Or should I have used it last round? Or
Yeah, what we will do is if you roll, we'll say if you can crit or not.
Okay.
Because your Tides of Chaos is already ticking.
Oh, gotcha. You enabled it. Okay.
Yeah,
Actually, oh my gosh, it is a 20.
very nice. Go ahead
God.
and roll another 2d10 for me.
That's amazing.
Nat 20s today.
That
Oh, it
is,
is
that's
20s.
wild. Oh my
Very
god.
nice.
Yeah.
Very nice.
A 3 and a 2.
Gotcha.
Oh my goodness.
Okay, one of the cannons is a little more damaged than what it was.
Cool. All right. So, for this round, I
Need
would
to
like
roll a
to wink.
d100.
Okay, and I'll do that too. All right. So,
It just so happened that it came up, so.
that is, what is that? A 6?
Oh.
62.
Oh, what's gonna happen?
Okay.
We're under deck, so we're below deck. We're okay.
The bad thing is number 5, so you're good.
Yeah. I mean, there's probably other bad things.
For the next minute,
so.
you must shout when you speak.
All right.
She's probably already shouting.
I look at Vin and I say, I'm gonna do it again! And I roll Fireball and I would like to hit their mast.
Very nice.
Is mast the thing that the
That
sails
holds
are
the
on?
sails, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, that's what I would like to hit, please. Hopefully, it's a 20 foot, so hopefully I get at least 2 of them.
Go for it.
All right, 8d6. So let's bring out my calculator.
Lots of high
Alright.
rolls tonight. Lots of dice now.
All right, that is 2 plus. Oh my god, roll better. You just cursed me. Plus 3 plus 4, 5, 6, 7 plus 7 plus final roll. Let's go. Oh, perfect. Okay, 6 and a 5. So plus 6 plus 5. All right, 23.
23 damage. Okay. So you cast your fireball, and this ship, it's got a couple of masts on it. So you fire at the one closest to you, one of the front ones, and your fireball just kind of ignites right into the wood, and just an explosion of fire and flames just hits this mast. And you can see that it's severely damaged. The wood's starting to char. There are some holes in the sail. And the sail starts to singe and then slowly catch fire. So they have a fire on their front sail currently.
Does it catch their second? Like, is the is a boat small enough to where 2 masts got hit, or just 1?
Just doing flavor based on the hit points of sails, so the damage is going to
Okay.
relate to that. So, but you've got one of them and it's on fire and it's damaged.
Sure. One of them's on fire.
Amazing, perfect. All right, Bryn.
Okay, so I'm gonna see her being a human cannonball, and I want to get on that action. First, I'm gonna apologize to Ron profusely, but then I'm going to use catapult
Awesome.
on a cannon ball.
Go for it.
Actually, a cannonball probably weighs too much, but something like that.
Something cannonball shaped that just might happen to be in the
Yeah.
in the hold. Say cannonball. Go for it.
Let's see. I want to try to aim it. We'll see if I hit. Yeah. Okay. So 6. Oh no, I'm sorry. It would be a dexterity saving throw. So it's gonna strike. I think. I don't think they can. I don't think an object can.
Yeah, so I'm gonna say that a cannon can't dodge a cannonball coming at it. So
Yeah.
yeah, it's definitely
My
gonna hit.
goal is to basically take one of their cannons completely out of commission.
Yeah, go for it. So
So-
roll your damage on that. Two of the cannons have been damaged. One of them is
Okay.
looking a little worse than the other one, so I'm assuming you're gonna go after that one.
Yeah, the one that's looking worse. Let's just get rid of it. That's gonna be a D8. 6.
6 damage. Okay,
Then
definitely not
that's
enough
my
to take it out, but you're doing damage to it.
okay. That's my turn.
Let's see. Alrighty. Let me look here because I think a D8 sounds a little low for catapult. Is it just a D8?
Well, it'll go up in if I can use higher spell slots because I'm an Eldritch Knight. I don't really have decent spell slots though.
So catapult's 3d8.
But
Yeah, when the object strikes something, the object and what it strikes each take 3d8 bludgeoning damage.
just kidding.
So roll me 2 more.
So 2
Okay.
and 1.
Hey, every bit counts. Let's see.
Thanks.
There you
I
go.
totally misread that.
Okay, very nice. Ron.
Ron is going to let's see. Yeah, run up deck
Mm-hmm.
and cast Moonbeam
Okay.
over the sails.
Let's see.
Makes a con save of 13 or take half.
Yep, go for it. Sails don't have a constitution score. I mean, the boat does, but we'll roll this. Yeah, go ahead and do that.
All right.
Because they would have failed anyway, so.
It's a whopping 4 damage.
A 4 damage to their sails, right?
Yep.
Gotcha. So you're kind of concentrating and you've never cast Moonbeam before. So how does this look as you're kind of aiming this at the other ship?
What time of day is it right now?
It's early morning. The sun just rose as you saw kind of this fleet coming at you.
I guess a shivering crescent moon appears above the mast where the sails are.
Mm-hmm.
And then this tiny little stream of light heads down. And as soon as it connects to the base of the floor of the ship, and then this huge exploding light blue translucent light just erupts.
Okay, yeah, and it just kind of just erupts over one of the sails and just doing some damage to the sails. You see kind of the sails starting to just rip and tear from some of the this moonbeam from the sky. Okay, Valken.
Well, at this point, I would say Falcon's not having any sort of magic or
Mm-hmm.
or ranged damage to help out in that case is just
Yep. So
I mean he's basically doing whatever he can to
So a couple
To
things
help
if you're
out the
looking to help on the ship, you can be, near the rigging. That way the captain can use the full speed ahead motion as well to kind of create more distance between that
I
ship
think
and
that's
the
where I
battle.
was last time.
Mm-hmm. You could help with the cannons again, or anything else you could think of.
I might as well stay and continue helping with the rigging because I think if we can get away from their cannons, that'd be best.
Gotcha. Okay. And then on, let's see. I think I did those turns out of order, but that's okay. So on for the Gold Raker, the captain is going to full speed ahead again and try and create more distance, because that ram was pretty devastating to the hull, and you probably can't take too many more of those. And then they're going to fire the one cannon that they can fire. Ooh. And they miss. I rolled a 2. So they shoot the cannon and it's off just a little behind as it sails behind the warship and hits the water. Just spraying ocean water on it, but just narrowly missing it. On the warship's turn. They are going to in one of their actions to use their sails to get closer to you again. So they're within about 50 feet or so of you. And they're going to turn 90 degrees and then fire another volley of their cannons at your sails. They both hit. Okay.
Oh, shoot.
Gotcha. Okay. So as the cannons sort of fire this kind of chain shot into the other sail on your ship, you see one of them kind of hit the mast, and you hear some kind of creaking and cracking. It's not falling yet, and you see the other one, and it looks off course, and it might miss the mast, and then you see it kind of just barrel into the rigging and then just wrap the sail and just kind of shred it up. So right now the Gold Raker has no sails. They have been destroyed. Let's see. And then for their third turn, they are going to move the remaining distance and get right next to the Gold Raker. And as you get kind of a good look at sort of this crew, and they're definitely a rough looking bunch. You see hardened sailors with cutlass in hand. You see a few men behind a box with rifles. You look up and you see one above in the crow's nest with a rifle. You see their dwarven captain barking orders at the rest of the crew. And as they come alongside you, you see ropes being thrown over the side of their ship with grappling hooks on it. They're throwing the ropes over, and then they pull on them, and then your ship is currently grappled by theirs. So, what is happening now is the Gold Raker is about to be boarded by the Ram Crown ship.
Ooh, let's go.
And that's where we'll take a break.
What, already?
Mhm.
Oh my
Yep,
god.
that is where we
Feels like
will
we just
take-
started.
Yeah. A lot's been going on, that's for sure.
Yeah.
The
Lots
grapple,
happened.
is that just like a rope?
Several. We'll get into the specifics on how many there are and where they're at whenever we get back. But thank you all. I appreciate you for watching. We will be back here in just a few minutes after our break, so don't go anywhere as they are about to be boarded by some sea hardened sailors. So we'll see you here in just a bit. Bye.
See you soon.